$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh God.
Whoa.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's
okay.
do it right now.
What?
Let's use this scenario.
Go ahead.
Let's do it right
And
now.
Die Hard started a
I
trend.
hate Speed 2.
Why?
That's pretty
It's
bad.
horrible.
It's kind of like, it's more of a watch it because it's laughably bad.
Yes.
There are a few parts that I thought Sandra Bullock was pretty funny.
I'm sorry, but
When she
she's
cuts-
a great actress, but she sucks in that movie.
She cuts open the door with the chainsaw and she's like revving it. Can you guys get out?
If you back up with the saw,
What? If you back up with the saw!
we'll give it a try.
It's so bad.
It is very bad writing. It is very bad.
Bad.
But I always thought of it as more of an action type than a funny movie, and it turns out this, like, as an adult watching it, it's a terrible
It's
film.
horrible.
That was a great
That's great.
quote of by you,
Yeah.
John.
I can quote Speed too.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Garfield and Friends from Pickle
Oh,
Fanboys.
Now, which one?
The second one, not the
Yes.
first one.
This one.
Times a hill.
Yeah, I hate that one.
Do. It doesn't matter. That's
Well,
just an
yes,
image.
but there are two
There's
actual
two-
songs.
there's two of them.
Oh,
The
well,
second
that's what they.
one,
That's he sent me a picture.
Ready?
Ready
Ready.
Two.
to
Party!
We're ready
to party.
We're ready.
Dun, dun,
I hope you bring lots of spaghetti.
dun, dun.
Come on down to Garfield and Friends. Come on in. It's time to party with Garfield,
Garfield
and
and
Friends.
Friends.
And then I think there's another
I
verse.
love how we all know that one.
I think there's another verse.
There
in it.
is. There's a little bit more to it.
Oh my God, I'm like tearing up
I
here.
just got a
Skip one.
Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot! You
You
okay?
were gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't.
Out. Do it.
No!
Punch it.
Oh shoot!
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
I'm doing some friggin' Christmas trivia. That long.
Heyo.
Welcome back to PTOUnlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
This is episode 318.
318 on the day of October 17th of 2022.
Yeah.
Pixel, you are an ass. Get down. On this day, 14 years ago, Brett, Saints Row 2 was released on PlayStation 3 and Xbox
Man,
360.
I love Saints Row 2.
You've mentioned that a few times, and you didn't mention it until like lately. Actually, it took a while for you to actually bring that up.
because I guess it was 4. Saints Row just came out a few weeks ago, and it's not real good. It's like anytime you go up against a GTA, nothing will ever.
But right
compare
now,
to
there's no GTA for it to go up against.
Well, if you wanted to compare it to 5, still,
Yeah.
because 5 is still relevant. It
5
it just doesn't have the polish that
it's outdated.
GTA does because, Rockstar has a $250 million budget. What game can go up against that?
Yeah, true.
I think that was the
If Activision
estimated
did a
budget for GTA 5 back in 2013.
if Activision published a game like that with some developer, they could put the budget behind it. Like a third party, like a thing just like GTA.
So
If
wait,
Activision
say what now?
Activision could do that.
They have the money to do it. It's just
Yeah.
not every game is gonna get, even if it's a great game, is not gonna get the return that GTA 5 does.
Yeah, it's still
Like
getting
Red
returned.
Dead 2 had was great. Was really well done. It didn't sell. It just didn't sell nearly what GTA 5 does. Nothing does, you know.
We have a taste test
I
to
see that.
start.
What is that?
This is Alex. What is this?
Our friend Patrick.
Friend Patrick.
From
Shout out to friend Patrick. You said friend.
our friend Patrick from California, also a host of a few different podcasts. It'd Be Like That podcast, in particular. He says, "Since you never heard of these, Alex, thought I'd send some to you. LOL from Aubay," which is our nickname for him. So what he sent us in the mail was Sconza Red Boston Baked Beans.
Now, Boston baked beans was something that we talked about on the show last week, where we were talking about things we wouldn't want to find in our Halloween bag.
Halloween
So
bag.
it's candy.
I
candy.
guess because I've never had this. I've never even heard of them.
Well, I mean, look
But
at the ingredients.
it says ingredients. It's sugar and peanuts and corn syrup, and I'm like,
That's candy.
well, then I don't see anything about them that I wouldn't like.
Yeah.
It's just
Open them up. Let's try them out.
red.
So, what I thought it was when I opened up the package was I thought it was a bag of
Skittles.
of I was thinking unground beans.
It smells like
And
peanut
M&M.
M&Ms.
Yeah.
Try them.
Who said they didn't want to see Boston baked beans in there?
I don't know. That was in the comments.
Red Boston baked beans.
Everyone try some. Let's
Okay.
try them out.
All right, I'll take a couple. You take a couple.
Take a couple. Pass it down. Yeah.
All right, Patrick, this will be for you.
Yeah.
here,
This
okay?
bag is loud as heck, dude. It's 2-pound bag.
I can't.
It tastes like really stale peanut M&Ms.
Oh no. Really?
I can't.
Like there's no chocolate. It's like they forgot the chocolate in a peanut M&M.
Oh, it's just peanut.
I can't. Can you chew it?
Yeah. Just crunch. Bite down on it.
It's not crunching.
It's really crunchy. Keep trying.
Oh man, these are practically
Unless you
jawbreakers.
got
Yeah.
a marble one or
There
something.
goes.
I don't want to try that.
It's fine. Just try it.
Not bad.
I'll just suck on it.
It's not as bad as I initially thought. It's fine.
I mean, they don't look attractive. How
It
about that?
needs chocolate.
Yeah, it's missing. But if they do that, then it'd be like an M&M.
Exactly.
Well, okay then. Well, thank you, Patrick, for the
It's
sugar-coated
basically
peanuts.
a peanut with a candy coating.
Okay, that's awesome. Actually, that. Thank you for that.
Yes,
Thanks for
thank you,
trying
Patrick. Now, will I eat the whole bag?
it out. We-
Probably not.
Did you have to send such a big bag, Patrick?
I know, Patrick. What the hell? This is a 2-pound bag of Boston baked beans.
So Alex and I attended our first Halloween party of the year,
Yeah, we did.
and I'm gonna pull up a photo of it.
We made friends.
We did. Well, kind of. You haven't really. Have you talked to him since?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, I did not know that. Keith or
Michaela.
Oh, you talked to Michaela?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to pull up the Discord here. Oh, if I can find it, let me close it out here. But no, it was a really interesting party. We went to Alex's sister's. Well, her.
Yeah.
What are they? Boyfriend.
Boyfriend?
Boyfriend,
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Yes.
They've been together forever, so it's like.
Yeah, they're still boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah. Went to his place, and they had a few people over.
A few.
Yeah, it was quite a few.
They had quite a few people over, actually. It's a pretty decent turnout.
What'd you put it under, Alex, when you put it up? Was it safe for work?
I probably put it under safer work
Mhm.
chat. As far as like, yep, there
Oh,
we
yeah.
are.
There we go. So,
We went out and grabbed, just because our costumes aren't done yet, we went out and grabbed
I didn't check
a
this,
couple's costume for the very first time.
Oh, you're a loofah and he's a soap.
Yep. He's a bar of soap, and I'm a
loofah.
loofah.
Mhm.
And we walked in, and Josh, I think the next picture I posted too.
Yes.
Yep. We walked in, and
Mr. Clean was there.
Mr. Clean was there. We walked in. He was like, "Oh hell no!" He's like, "I'm supposed to be the clean one."
Doesn't he have a beard?
Mr. Clean does not.
That's what I'm saying. This guy does though.
Well, yeah, he didn't want to shave it off for the costume. He did not go
Yeah.
all the way, but he went close enough. He
Yeah.
did all white. He bled that night.
I know. He was like, all of a sudden, we're like, "Why? Wait, why do you
He
have
had
blood
blood on
on
his
you?" And he was like,
clothes.
"Oh, I cut my finger." And I'm like, "Well, that's, you know what, you jinxed yourself there by wearing all white."
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was a lot
Okay,
of
I
fun.
have to ask the obvious question.
Go ahead.
Why was there a Halloween party already?
I don't know.
What are you talking about? Halloween parties are like the whole month of October.
Okay.
Not an hour
Maybe not in ours.
habit, I guess.
No.
Oh, I've been. My next one is this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I had Paige's this last weekend. I've got a coworkers this weekend, and then we have ours the weekend after. So.
You're so busy.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. We played a new game. It was like apples to apples, but
It was like a texting thing.
it's a texting one.
Yeah.
New phone who did?
New phone, who dis? And it's
Yeah.
basically like a apples to apples. It wasn't dirty enough, you know.
It was definitely funny though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was definitely funny though. We also had 3 girls split the one chip challenge.
They did.
Wow. 3.
And yeah, they
3 girls, 1 chip.
yeah, 3 girls, 1 chip.
At first it was 2, and then the other one was like, I don't really handle spicy food, but she did it anyway. I was like, well, what are you doing?
Yeah, and I'd say she got the shit end of the stick for sure. Like, cause
She left the party early.
Yeah, she had to leave.
Another one stopped drinking.
Yeah,
Another
Wow.
one tried to continue
because
drinking.
it was bad.
Were they drinking milk?
No.
I got the milk out, but they were already drinking alcohol.
It was 10 o'clock at night.
That's a rookie move.
Yeah.
It was very rookie. Yes. And I was like, okay, well, I guess you guys are going to do this.
I mean,
and I'm going to
unless
sit back and laugh at you.
It was they just decided on a drunken whim to do it, you know.
It was like
Right.
half and half, I think.
Oh, yeah. They were drinking for
Yeah.
a couple hours at
Yeah,
that
they
point.
were. I think they were drinking for a couple hours.
The party
and
started at 7. We showed up at 9.
then, yeah,
That's a
it was
bit
like
early.
9:30 by the time we showed up.
Our party is going to start at 8:30, and no one's going to show up until 9:30 anyway. It's not a big
Oh,
deal.
really? Because I have it set at 7:04.
Party starts at 7:04.
I always pick some random time. I'll probably change it.
The total
doesn't
party
matter.
started that early.
Well,
Yeah, but
it
it was
had
also
to.
summertime, and I wanted to start it before the sun went down.
The sun goes down at 10.
Yeah,
in
she
the
wanted a lot
summer.
more sun time.
Yeah,
You realize how much time we had
That's
to
what
actually
I'm
have
saying.
the light
Like
on?
there was
Yeah.
plenty of time between 7 and the sunset.
What's your point?
Never mind.
We started the party early enough. That was good.
Yes.
We wanted.
Yeah.
I'm saying you're saying that it started early,
Mhm.
and then you say that you started the toga party early because you wanted time
Sunlight.
before the sundown.
Yeah,
but
because
there was
half
plenty
of-
of time.
yes, but
Yeah, we
half of
wanted
it was
an-
out like outside. I wanted some of it to be outside. Ended up being the
A lot of
hottest
people
night
left
of the
early
freaking
enough
year.
anyway, so it was good that we started the party early.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it was bad to start it early.
Right.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Well, either way,
We closed this party again.
we always start our parties between.
I mean,
like, 7
Alex and
8.
I are always awake mostly for our parties now.
I'm gonna
and-
say we usually try to sleep in as much as we can that day, and then, it's because we know that we're gonna be up till like 5 o'clock in the morning.
So yeah, so we stayed till they were actually shutting lights off.
Yeah.
And getting in their PJs. I was like, wow.
You're supposed to leave before that happens.
No, they said the party was to go until 1:30. We left at 1.
No, we
Oh.
left at 12:30.
Oh, left at 12:30.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. But most everyone was done drinking at that point, so we were ready to go.
If you're hosting, I think you need to be in party mode at least until the time you say the party is over
True.
before you start.
That's okay.
Changing.
Well, most
and-
people had already left,
turning off
besides
lights.
me and Josh and 2 other people. So.
Right. It wasn't like
We
we
were all
getting-
just like chatting. That was it.
Oh yeah, you guys wound up talking about your video games and your
Yeah.
your careers
I met a
and
fellow
everything.
girl gamer. It was fun. We had a good, nice conversation.
Speaking of games, oh, you have anything else you want to talk about for the week? Did you have anything go on throughout the week?
I did my new schedule at work, and now I'm going back to my original schedule for 2 weeks before I continue back on my new schedule. So I've kind of been all over the place.
Alex has a new schedule coming soon.
I did.
I do. Yeah.
I did 5 to 3:30 Wednesday through Saturday.
Jeez, man.
So.
You sleep
Yeah.
Sunday all day.
So it got a little bit easier as the day went on to where I could sleep continuously from about 4:30 a.m. to about noon.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
But like yesterday, I was completely wrecked. So it's a good thing that I'll have 4 on 3 off
Yeah.
because I need a day just to recover.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Recovery day is football day for you.
Yeah,
That's a good time.
Hey,
so you
that's
can
fine.
chill
Just
and
lay
watch.
back and watch football.
yeah, pretty much.
Good stuff.
Speaking of football, do we want to go into football?
Well, I want to say one
He
announcement.
has
Oh, okay.
something to say.
We are going to a game this year.
Oh yeah,
So
we
you did
are.
make
We
it
officially
To
bought
the
tickets.
Cowboys game.
Officially going to the Cowboys-Vikings game in
Nice.
Minneapolis, November 20th. Alex and I will be there with
Yep.
my family. Actually, there's a little bit more people going this time.
A little bit, like half your family.
Half my family's going.
Actually, like 3/4. of your
9
family.
tickets, dude.
Yeah.
You don't want to know the cost of that.
I kind of do, but you don't have to say it. You can tell
Yeah.
me
I will
off air.
not.
Yes.
I'll tell you off air.
Yeah. It was a lot of money.
I mean, you didn't pay for it all, did you?
Not really, but I was part of the transaction.
Okay.
It was a part of it.
I was the one picking out all the seats, and it turns out we didn't even get the seats together. But it's still, we got two different rows. But it's Minnesota. People will be like, "Yeah, you got your family. We'll move a couple people."
Yeah, I'm gonna say I was
forward."
like, it's Minnesota.
But yeah,
No
it's
one's
not like we're going
It's
anywhere.
not like we're on the 50-yard line or something. You're like, oh, okay.
We're on
yeah,
a corner
sure.
upper deck. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good though. I'm really excited. So we're gonna have that going on. So we will not be here for Thanksgiving week.
Yes.
For the most, I'm guessing. So I requested off the time today. So we'll see as far as that goes. But
yeah.
Anyways, moving on from there, we should talk about NFL.
Okay.
Brett.
Speaking of football,
What happened last Monday?
What do you mean?
the
What
game.
was the game?
Oh, the Raiders Chiefs. It's a
Yeah.
close one.
It actually was.
Yeah.
for a
Raiders did
minute,
quite well, actually.
But I did see that the Raiders got screwed over by a couple calls.
Yeah, they did.
That was another. It was
They
a
went for
bad
two as well.
Weekend for passer or roughing the passer. So
Mhm.
it wasn't a good call in the sense that I think it was Chris Jones did it. What could he do? There's no other way to tackle Derek Carr the way he did without doing what he did, and
the
it
booing
took
was
away
so bad.
it took away the turnover because it caused a turnover and didn't matter because the Chiefs won anyway. But
He landed on him.
he did land on him, which it never looks good because it looks like he's driving him into the ground, which is something they're looking for on those calls.
Yeah.
But Devontae Adams reacted poorly to the loss. He
Oh,
shoved
yeah.
a media guy who is now suing him for aggravated assault or something like that. So
Really?
yeah, in Kansas City, and the Kansas City crowd did not come off looking good because they were chucking stuff
Oh, it
at
was
the
bad.
refs. So
yeah.
it was not good. And even Troy Aikman took a little heat for saying, I think he made a comment about them taking off their skirts when referring to getting roughing the passer hits or so it was it's not a good. Last weekend was not good for the league in terms of how they look when calling penalties because you had the Tom Brady hit and then you had the Derek Carr hit, so it wasn't looking too good. And I think they're chalking most of it up now as the refs' overreaction to Tua because they totally missed on him and
Now they're
his
aggressive.
hit.
Now they're like overly protective.
Right, and it wasn't the league saying, "Hey, you need to beef up your." Anytime a quarterback gets breathed on, you need to throw a flag. It was just the refs being like, "Oh crap, that crew really screwed up. We're really under the microscope now. We need to be careful." So, yeah, I didn't see any, and the news today, I didn't see any egregiously bad calls.
Why are people going for two more nowadays than they are one? Like, I don't know why.
I feel like it's younger coaches.
That's part of it because the new generation of
aggressive.
coaches are all about analytics, and if I go for it, they have people specifically on staff to run these scenarios and probability and chances, and if I go for two in the second quarter, what's the percentage of me winning the game? It's that detailed, and that's exactly why you see a guy like Brandon Staley going for it all the time. But I'll get to it. But to start with, on Thursday night, the Commanders at the Bears, which was another awful Thursday night game.
12-7.
That was so boring. I stopped watching it.
It got to a point where Al Michaels is promising the crowd to have a touchdown, and there was one touchdown. He's basically begging the audience not to change the channel.
Yeah, okay.
And Al Michaels has been of calling games for 30 years.
I even know his name.
Yeah, with Kirk Herbstreit, who used to be a college guy. So. Yeah, we'll just skip. There was really nothing to say about
There's nothing
that
to say
Yep,
about
there's
it.
nothing to say.
Commanders
about
beat the Bears.
Yeah. So first we have the 49ers at the Falcons, and this was the Falcons' first game where they actually looked
They look
good.
great. Yeah, they look
They
really
put
good.
up 28. Jimmy did not look good. He
2 interceptions.
turned it over a couple times.
Yeah.
Mariota.
I feel like he just kind of waxes and wanes when he plays now. It's just like, what kind of
He's
Jimmy
such
are
a
we?
B squad.
Are we gonna get Jimmy bad stuff or Jimmy good stuff this game?
Sure. Mariota looked like he actually belonged in the league finally. Not much to go on there.
No.
The defense was not good, and I actually started the Niners defense thinking they would give Mariota issues, and because I think last week against or it was 2 weeks ago against the Rams, they just killed them. But anyway,
Alex and I were laser focused on Minnesota, so
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
of the games you talk about, is
Well,
gonna
I mean,
be
we
news to
had-
me.
we-
we
we
did
were-
see some highlights for.
Yeah.
We did have the red zone on, and we also did watch some of the Jets Packers.
yeah.
Yeah, we
So-
did.
I'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Okay.
Next, we have Patriots at the Browns. Bailey Zappi.
Ooh.
Bailey Zappi.
What is going on with the
So-
Patriots, and what's going on with the Browns?
The
My mom's
Browns
not happy.
are just they're just not very good. And when you have a
Figuring it
backup
out,
quarterback playing, starting every week, this is what
When's
you
the
get.
new one? Or when's
Well, I don't know because at the end of last week he got hit for another sexual harassment claim. So right now they haven't changed the suspension, and he's back on week 12 to play if nothing comes of this.
What
So
what week is week 12? What are we on now?
this is week 6 or
Six.
finishing
Okay.
week
We got
6.
another 6 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, so he's not going to do anything for them this season.
No.
But this Bailey Zappi kid, he's pretty good for someone you've never heard of.
Yeah. Right.
And this was probably the biggest surprise. I don't even know if it's a surprise, but it was kind of just have shock value. The Jets beat the Packers in Green Bay.
Oh my gosh.
I
It
don't.
was nice.
What I'm hearing is nobody really knows if the Jets are good, but they at least are together and they're excited and they don't quit. And
I feel like they're like the new Browns.
I think they're better than the Browns. Robert Sala's in his second year coaching, and he's got them believing. They're young. Poppers has the
I
zoomies.
just saw that. She just ran like a freaking bat out of hell there.
Aaron Rodgers does not look good right now, and then in his post
He doesn't look
press
happy.
conference, he
No, he
blamed
looks
everybody but
horrible.
himself, basically.
Yes. Yeah, he was being a friggin' drama queen.
Now, at the same time,
Okay, odds he gets benched.
I don't think so.
yeah,
With that
heck no.
attitude and the way they're
No,
playing.
no.
Are
Are
you kidding me?
you
It's
sure?
Aaron Rodgers. He's not going to get
Yeah.
benched.
Okay,
Exactly
I'm
right.
calling it. I'm calling it.
Okay,
He
go
might
right ahead.
fake an injury. And
No.
Oh, he would-
No,
I
no,
know.
no, no, no.
They're
I'm calling they're
they're not
benching him by the end of
benching
the
Aaron
season
Rodgers.
if this is the way it's going to be. If he's
Okay.
still this way, if nothing changes and he's still this way in 6 weeks, they're benching him.
You know why they won't bench him? Because their backup is if it's still Jordan Love who can't play. He literally can't play.
Can he play?
No, can't play. Now, in defense of Rodgers, and I don't do this much,
Good one, Al.
their receivers are all young, and the only real receiver they have is Alan Lazard. And Randall Cobb got hurt yesterday, so he was out.
Ooh, shoot.
The offensive line has not been good. Aaron just can't. He's 37 years old, 36 years old. He just can't move. Maybe he's 38. Can't move like he was 14 years ago.
No.
So they lost, and I don't know. I don't even think the Packers will make the playoffs, especially if the Vikings continue on. Okay, then we have the Jags at the Colts. Matt Ryan finally had a good game, and the way they won.
God, he looked bad when he tripped.
He did.
I was
but
about to meme that, but they won.
He threw a touchdown at the very end of the game.
He
to
played like an
win.
all-star there. That was a good throw.
And what was good about this is that the Jags have beat the Colts like the last 8 consecutive times that they've met. So
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence was looking good too.
he was, and the Jags are now like 2-4. So
Yeah.
we might have
Weird.
anointed them a little too early. And it was in Indy, so
Mm-hmm.
it was finally the Colts crowd had something to cheer for.
Yeah. Did you skip on the Vikings game?
No, that's next.
Oh, because that was no. Okay, I think it's
So
'cause
the
I
Vikings were
don't
at the Dolphins,
know. Yes, they were.
and
And it was 100 degrees outside.
it was in the mid 80s, I think, is what they actually said.
They
Field
said
was
this-
over 100.
Yeah, the
Okay.
field was over 100.
118 on Viking side, 100 degrees.
18. 8.
Oh, 108.
108.
I thought. Oh, okay. And it was under 100.
If it was
on the Dolphins side.
118, they probably would have
Calm
put
it.
people inside.
They had cooling benches and oxygen, and I don't.
So
Yeah.
Skylar Thompson went out, so Bridgewater had to come in, and they really caught a lucky break because Jalen
For a
Waddle
minute,
fumbled in the fourth quarter, and
Yes,
the
he did.
Vikings picked it up and they sealed
Did
it
you
that
hear
way.
what he said?
Who?
Waddle.
No.
He got tackled right there and was like, "It's not fucking over yet." Like really loud.
Well,
That might have been a crowd,
Turns
man.
out
I
it
don't
was.
know. If
Oh
that
no,
was
that
audience
was definitely him.
Okay, sorry.
Even the announcers were like, Oh, and did you hear what I just heard?
Yeah, the announcers had to reference it because it was in the mic.
Yes, it was in the mic.
Thielen got a touchdown.
Yeah.
Jefferson got a touchdown.
Cook got a
Dalvin
touchdown.
Cook finally he scrambled for a long one.
Who got the 2-pointer? Irv Smith Merced?
Irv Smith.
Irv Smith. And
Junior? Like there was a,
Yes, 84.
yeah, there's a junior.
And they did the interception. And
What did you think about Mike Gesicki's gritty? I didn't even know what the gritty was. Like I didn't know what that was. Dude. So apparently he did it a couple weeks ago, and it was really bad, and he got roasted for it. So I think it was an exaggeration trying to do better, and he did it like all the way down the end zone and all the way down the sideline too. He did it for like 30 seconds. They realized at least
Oh,
Jefferson.
that's what you're talking. That's what you're talking about. I was like, oh, that was horrible.
I didn't know that was what it was called until Friday when.
What's it called?
The Gritty.
Oh, I see. All right, I didn't know.
They talked about it on the Colin Cowherd show.
Oh, I didn't know that's what it was called.
It's so bad when other people.
They even compared it.
Jefferson, I hope when we see him and I see it live. That'd be great.
So
Vikings, he doesn't do this often anymore.
Vikings are 5-1 now, and they're looking pretty good to win that division. So I'd still want to see them go up against someone good, like really good, because we saw what they were against Philly. And it wasn't good.
Yeah, but it was also Monday Night Football.
Exactly, but that's prime time.
I know.
Every playoff game is prime time.
I
know. That's what I'm getting at.
It was only the second week.
Figure it out.
Oh, that game was the second week. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Bengals at the Saints. Joe's finally turning it on. Jamar Chase got 2. I did not start Higgins. Did you?
Let me look. I think I did actually.
Because I think I checked on Thursday. And he was questionable and projected 0. What did he get?
7.
7. Okay.
He didn't do very well.
But the Bengals, they won that, didn't they?
Yes, they did. Yeah, 30-26. It's kind of a crazy, wild game. You know?
It was. It got close. The Bengals won late, actually. Now that I'm thinking about
Hill was looking good for a minute.
Who?
Taysom Hill.
Yeah. And I said it wrong last week. I said he threw for 3 and rushed for 1. He actually rushed for 3 and threw for 1, which still is good either way, but I got that wrong. So Ravens at Giants. Now the Giants I think could be the story of the year because they have this new coach. His name's Brian Daboll. I don't know if they're any good, kind of like the Jets. I don't know if they're good, but they don't quit, and they seem to get every kind of situation that they need to have. They get it, what they need out of it to make it good for them. They won late. Lamar threw a terrible, terrible fourth quarter interception that a high school kid could have made a better decision. He was off that game. He didn't. I
was wondering what was going on with them when we had flipped to it or saw it on the red zone or something, and I was like, "What the hell's going on with them?" So they appear to be legit, and this coach seems to know what he's doing, and that's what they've been missing the last few years, ever since Eli left, and I think even before he left, they had just a revolving door at coach, and nobody could get it right. This guy seems to know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Bucks at Steelers. This game was interesting because Tom didn't do bad.
He's looking like a bitch though. Still,
he's not. Well, I guess it depends on.
He's whining a lot, is what I mean.
So, he always whines.
I
but
know, and I'm getting tired of it.
He got a little heated on the sideline. Started yelling at his O-line. But the reason he was doing that is because they haven't been very good. And so he was trying to get them fired up. And he's done that over the years, is when he'll start, yelling at his teammates if he feels like they are not performing. And from what I hear from people in football, like they want that. He's trying to be a leader and he is Tom Brady, the quarterback, trying to elevate their play.
Light some fire up there.
Yes.
Light some fire.
And the Bucks, they were not real good yesterday. And so Tom leads them down. They score. They miss the 2-pointer. And then Kenny Pickett gets hurt. And Mitch Trubisky comes back in. And he converts 4 different third downs, 2 of them being long. And one of them he ran for to seal the game. So I would not have expected that out of Mitch Trubisky. So that was pretty interesting. But another second game where the Bucks score a touchdown, go for 2 to tie the game. They did it against Green Bay, I think. Or maybe it was not Green Bay. Maybe it was somebody else. But anyway, maybe it was the other way around. Green Bay was trying to do it against Tampa Bay. I think that was it. But anyway, they did not get it, and the Steelers won that game, which is probably good because the Steelers are now 2-4, and the Bucks are at 500. What are you doing over there?
I'm messing with the soundboard. Don't worry about it.
Well, I felt I was talking to the table because Alex was messing with Pixel, and you had your head between your knees. So
No, I was messing with the soundboard.
anyway, Panthers at Rams. I actually don't know anything about this game other than the Rams won.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
Panthers are
I didn't
probably
know
the
Panthers
worst team
played.
in the league.
I didn't know they played. Wait, what are they? What are the Panthers?
They're 1-5.
1-5.
And this was the first year without with their interim coach, I should say. So, yeah, no, I don't think anybody gave them a chance.
No one's really talking about the Panthers.
No, other than that they stink.
Mm.
And possibly Christian McCaffrey could be on the trading block.
I hope so because he's getting nothing for me.
Yeah, it's really their only asset.
Well, he's giving
on
me
offense.
points, but he's not really giving me like the points that you guys are getting off of some of your running backs, man.
Sure. I mean, Cook has been kind of back and forth for me.
Yeah, he did okay.
I actually traded Mixon.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Okay.
Cardinals at Seahawks. Another one I didn't pay a lot of attention to. Seahawks won.
He's wild, Alex. Just put him down.
I know. What is your deal?
He's been sleeping all day. Put him down.
Then probably the game of the week, which was the Bills at the Chiefs, which
that was intense.
Every time they meet now, it's going to be like the game of the week.
I know.
They're back and forth.
I saw the box score, or I should say the game stats, and they were like almost equal.
Yeah.
The only difference is with like a little over a minute to go after the Bills scored, I'm thinking, oh, Mahomes has got plenty of time to go down because they needed a touchdown because it was 24-20, and he throws an interception, which is not Mahomes-like. So
that's not very Mahomes.
It's a very good game. They did not win. And I guess because it was at Arrowhead, it's really a big win for the Bills.
Yes.
But it's setting up for if they meet in the playoffs again, it could get wild.
Oh, I'm sure.
Are you gonna be watching tonight's game?
Yes.
At all? Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'll have it on. May not be watching it. It is Chargers at. It is a divisional game. You never know what can happen with divisional games. Just like last night's game, which was a divisional game, Cowboys at the Eagles, and this game was interesting because
I was happy about it.
Cooper Rush finally had a bad game. They were all over him. He threw his first interception, may not have been his fault. It got tipped and picked. The second one was definitely his fault. The third one, CeeDee Lamb he got hit as he threw, so he couldn't follow through. It floated a little bit. CeeDee Lamb gave up on it, didn't even try to go knock it away from the defender, and it got picked off. This was at Philly. The Eagles are just trucking.
I know, right?
But
Rick
the
must be
loss is gonna
happy.
hard, and they're gonna get tired.
Maybe, but their schedule's very weak too, so they could not
Is it?
lose for a while.
Let's see.
I think their next two games are. I saw it last night. They're against two poor offenses. I know that.
Okay. Okay. They got the Steelers next week, Texans week after, Commanders week after,
They'll probably at least go 2-1 there.
Colts, Packers, Titans.
Yeah,
December 11th, they meet the Giants.
So yeah, that's a whole 6 weeks of
That would be
mediocre.
That's
opponents.
already 11.
Yeah,
they're going to the playoffs.
Yeah, they'll probably win the division. It really just depends on if the Giants keep rolling the way they are, and if Dak coming back next week, if he picks up right where Cooper left off, because Cooper still went 4-1. That's really good.
That's not bad
if Dak
quick backup.
can win,
Yeah.
That division is like the toast of the NFL. It's the best division in football. So we'll see. It'll be a very interesting November. for
Alex,
football.
you and Brett faced off against each other
Yeah, I lost.
this week.
Mm-hmm.
You won.
Yeah, I also had two players that only scored like less than 2 points.
Well, your Allen and Diggs is just killing
Yeah,
everybody.
I know. It's kind of like when I had the year I had
Butker.
no,
No,
I
well,
no,
not
I have
Butker,
Butker right now. I had Tucker. I had three Baltimore players.
Jackson.
Yeah,
I had Jackson Baltimore.
You probably had a defense, didn't you?
No, it was either running back or wide receiver.
Huh.
Probably a running back would be my guess.
Yeah.
Who the heck was his? It was the year that I
don't
won.
remember. I couldn't tell you.
I had Jackson, and then between the
squad.
two players, I had like
could go back
60
to your
points.
previous years if you really wanted to.
I always like the idea of having a quarterback and receiver combo. Some people don't really like doing that because it just kind of
I think
ties
it's
you
a good
up.
idea. Yeah.
It's worked in my favor.
I have Burrow and Chase, and yesterday it paid off.
Yeah.
It hasn't.
Not
always
for
yet.
a hot minute. It has not helped you.
So like 3 out of at least half the games they haven't put up points. So it can really help you or it can really screw you. So
yeah, Chase gave you quite a few points.
I'll probably win
Butker's
this week.
back, by
against,
the way.
I'm facing off against Rick this week.
Now,
if his kicker does well,
we do need to
win.
bust some balls because Brigg did not set his lineup and he left 2 players in that did not play.
People are upset.
At Brigg.
Yes.
So we're calling him out. Does
We
he
are.
even listen anymore?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's not
Yes.
cool, Brigg.
He
and
does
I'm
also
not
have 1, 2, 3 people on his bench that were
Run by.
Sure,
Run
and
by.
that affected me too. I had to play Cook and Madison, and Madison got 3
Madison
points.
did bad.
Yeah,
he did one play, I think.
And I had to do. I mean, I could have picked somebody else up, sure,
yeah.
but I didn't want to drop anybody to do that,
Right.
so I didn't.
So we gotta remind Brigg on
Well,
Saturday nights to check it.
He also doesn't. He texted us and said he didn't know about the whole. He could pick up players after the draft. Like he doesn't know what the waivers are, which I didn't either the first time I played.
You don't have to just use waivers. You can pick up and drop somebody at any time.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He didn't know that.
Well, now you know.
So
It's his
that's
second
that's
year.
good.
Yeah.
This is Alex's third.
It's my 3rd year.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you
I
got
get it now.
1 year.
I had 1 year where I was
That's
like,
kind of been
I don't know what I'm doing.
in my other league. That's kind of been a topic. Like I don't like to mess with the players that I drafted. Now that may be why I've never won.
Yeah.
But I like to ride with my team unless there's a glaring issue with the player, I'll get rid of him. But I like to keep, my top picks and win or lose based on my decisions of the matchups,
Right.
Because I like to think that I know the league pretty well and I have an idea of who's going to do okay. I did not check my picks. Did you do your picks this week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad.
Who did? Me? Or
Oh,
you?
I
No,
can
I
check
went.
you.
I was bad.
I haven't checked yet, but
I can check.
from what I could remember, I thought I did all right.
Yeah, I was. My picks were not very good. I thought they would be, but no. Mm-mm.
Brett, you have surpassed me
Cool.
by 20 points.
Ooh.
What's my record?
45 and 31. I'm 39 and 37. I missed a week.
14 games above 500. That's pretty good. Tonight you have Broncos at Chargers. Like we said, it's a divisional
Rick is out of
game.
the front.
Is he?
What? Really?
He is down by. He went down to 5th place.
Ooh.
He went from
Ooh.
1st to 5th in week
Well,
6.
as I was looking at the scoring on my 2 leagues, and like both of the top people in both my leagues, or even like the top couple people,
Holy crap.
lost. So
Okay,
it
so-
was an interesting week in terms of just scoring in general.
Crystal is on the top.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Brian's up there.
I'm 8.
You're right below me by 1.
What am I?
You're like 6 points away from me. You're 6th, Brett.
6th. Okay.
Yeah. So 5th and up just shifted, dude.
Yep.
Wow. What a week. I'm so happy about
Broncos
that.
at Chargers tonight could be good, could be a stinker.
Yeah.
I'm not too
Divisional
excited about
game, so it could be exciting. Last Monday was a divisional game, so
Yeah, we'll talk about that next week.
yep.
Alex and I, we've been under the weather this week. So we've been
it.
really
Yeah.
really trying to just chill on the couch and just watch some stuff. Not really much in playing and watching. I want to play some game clips of stuff that we've played, and Brett, I've got yours up too that you sent out
Oh yeah,
of your your baseball hit.
it's only like 4 seconds long.
It is. So you were playing which one is this?
Super Mega Baseball 3.
3?
That's what I stick to pretty much now.
That's good. Yeah, this is just a quick.
Did
Alex,
you
you
see
see
it,
this?
Alex?
Watch.
Right
Oh yeah.
in the chin.
Right in the
Right in a kisser,
Nice.
pal. Right in a kisser.
Boom.
mean to pause it. So you've been playing anything else?
Yeah, I'm still on Jurassic World Evolution 2. I finished the kind of the secondary campaign, I would call it. And then I started on the challenge modes, and I've gotten it to where I figured out how to make money, how to get my rating up, because in the challenge mode, the only goal really to get the achievement is to get a 5-star park. And you kind of have limited space, so you can't really have a lot of species. But yeah, I did that. That was fun. So, but
I have yet to touch that game.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to see.
It's just very low key, so that's why I like it.
I've been playing some Madden. I went to the Super Bowl. Now this is me playing the Browns in the Super Bowl.
The Browns are at the Super
That's not
Bowl.
Mayfield, is it?
No, I don't know who that is. So this is my 3rd year, and I've gone to the Super Bowl. I gotta show you this play that was so wild. I had to record this. Now they throw for a pick. But this gets really insane. Just watch this play out. It's pretty crazy. So he throws, I pick it
over his shoulder,
and then I decide to celebrate. I lose the ball.
Josh!
They pick it up, and they get a fresh set of downs on the 1-yard line.
Did you safety him after that?
No, they got out of it.
Why did you celebrate?
Because I thought I had it. Because I have been throwing.
Wow.
I've been getting pick 6s practically every game. So that was just a wild turn of events. It was in the Super Bowl, and I had to show it. Then I have to show this one other clip of Alex's stream, I believe. I believe it was last night.
Oh, this is how blind.
So this is how blind Brian was. He's one of our friends that plays with us on the regular.
I can't believe he didn't see
We're playing Dead by Daylight, and I am playing as Bill from Dead by Daylight. Now, in Dead by Daylight, the main thing about this game is you have to repair generators to get out. That's all it is. You're powering the last generator, and I am on the last generator. You can't really, unless I turn this off. Yeah, I can turn that off real quick, our camera, and you can see that I'm on the last generator. It says 1 generator in the corner. So I'm going to play this, and you're going to see Brian pop up right here. You're going to see him come right here. This is going to make it on TikTok, too, because this is how close he gets. Now, you're supposed to be able to... Oh, shoot. Hold on. I guess I have to refresh this because it stopped playing. This is what the website does for me. I have to refresh this. It's because it's a third-party website, so it's going to play a quick audio of it, and then I'm going to make it big again. So yeah, you're gonna see him pop up right here. See him right there. Now he has a vision. You can see his vision. He saw me.
What? He went right into.
Who is he as?
I don't know. He's some kind of hunting dude.
And
I was on the last generator, so that means I was out, and I had to go hide because I knew he was going to come back to where I got that generator. You see him come back right here. And if you don't run, they can't see your feet, your footsteps.
Oh, I see.
So yeah. That's really funny. So you got to play that game with us, Brett. It's so fun.
Oh my god!
But if you ever get an energetic night with us,
right?
We normally Alex has been playing that Sunday nights normally.
Yeah.
So that's our regular.
So Ashley has been playing Disney Dreamlight Valley.
I don't know anything about this game. Have you watched her play?
I have.
What do you do?
It's an open world, kind of like a Disney RPG, but it's animated.
And what are you in this world? Are you just a character?
You're just a character you create, and you go around. So basically, Dreamlight Valley is just a world of Disney characters, and some kind of dark force has taken over, and you basically have to go do a bunch of quests for all the Disney characters, and you unlock areas. And
is this something you would play, Alex?
The first character you meet is Merlin.
Oh,
and
that's one of your favorites.
Yeah, it's fun. And I read an article, sent it to her over the weekend, that Scar is going to come and kind of screw up everything. So
okay, so this is going to be a constantly updated game.
That's what it sounds like. Yes,
Alex, I think you should check this out. It might not be up your warehouse though, because
you could just ask her about it too.
She's a little.
She'll be able to tell you.
Alex is a little more in the mature setting for gaming.
Sure, I mean it's very. I mean it looks like it's geared towards kids, but it's complex enough that a young kid may kind of struggle with the things, the quests that you're supposed to do, because they do get kind of.
And Ashley is a big Disney person.
She is.
Like, it's kind of. If you have any, do you ever do Disney trivia with her?
No, but we could could work something out.
We got to have her on.
Yeah.
And do a Disney thing.
I think we should.
What's the next big Disney movie?
She'd be able to tell you.
I'm gonna say I don't. I actually don't know.
I don't.
Well, you
know.
have the Mufasa live action movie, right?
Yeah, but that's not for a hot minute, is it?
No,
That's like
no, it was just
at
announced.
least.
So I don't know as far as being released what is
Yeah.
gonna
I
come.
couldn't tell you either. Huh? Okay, let's move on. I have to burp right here. Excuse me. What? I didn't need to add to it. I can be a quiet burper. We want to talk about Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
So Ghostbusters Afterlife, and this was my choice of the movie club, and kind of sticking with the paranormal stuff is what I did this one, and I wanted to see this for a long time actually. When it
Did
was
we
announced.
watch one last
Yeah.
Halloween? Like I knew we watched it, but it wasn't for Halloween last year.
You had never seen it before,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
The first one.
Yeah.
And this one.
So I'm sorry, you hadn't seen the second one then.
I have not seen the second one.
But this one doesn't.
This
you
one
don't
doesn't
necessarily
no.
need
This
to.
one no. Yeah. This one.
Like
only
there are
references-
callbacks, of course. But
This one mainly. I don't remember it calling back to anything in 2.
the food was mainly callbacks to 2. All the snacks, the Crunch Bar,
The
the
Twinkies.
Twinkie, and all that.
Oh,
that was just his snacks,
okay.
Egon
All right.
snacks.
All right.
That's what
okay.
those were just callbacks to. And that's mainly for the Ghostbusters hardcore fans. And did you like the first one?
So I didn't dislike the first one.
You were okay with it.
It was fine.
You said you would have liked it had you seen
I
it.
do not have the emotional, nostalgic attachment to Ghostbusters like a lot of people my age do.
True.
Having said that, I loved this movie.
This one was great.
I loved it.
I had a lot of fun.
I can't believe I loved it as much as
I think Paul Rudd
it was great.
came in and just
Had I had that connection with Ghostbusters, I'd have been geeking out and loving
Yeah.
every minute of it.
Okay, so the synopsis of this movie: when a single mom and her 2 kids arrive in a small town, they begin to discover their connection to the original Ghostbusters and the secret legacy their grandfather left behind. Now, whole bunch of just out of the like Finn Wolfhard did a great job. McKenna Grace, that is the main character girl, she did a good job being Egon's granddaughter. Paul Rudd coming in, being hilarious. Carrie Coon is the mother.
Mhm.
She was great, actually. And it was cheesy when it needed to be, and it wasn't cheesy at times. And the camera work was great. I loved, what's his name?
Podcast?
Muncher.
Podcast?
Muncher.
Oh,
Muncher
Muncher,
and
yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
Both new characters. And
Yeah.
Muncher stole the show. I was upset we didn't get to see Slimer.
Muncher really wasn't in it much.
He did well. He came in to do the safe part, and he also did. He was the first ghost.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and it was like he kind of just was like a character in his own. And he was enjoyable. But being like for me, I was a casual Ghostbusters fan. I watched the animated Ghostbusters series as a kid, so that's where the pop out car the door comes out. That was in the animated series. It wasn't in any of the original
okay.
two, so
Yeah.
that's why it was more of a surprise for some people to see that. But I love this movie. Alex, what'd you think?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had
As
lot of fun.
a big lover of the first movie,
You were calling back all the music.
I was like, as soon as it opened, I'm like, oh, I like that. Oh, and then I like that. Oh, and they reference this. Oh, and I like that. I'm like, wow, they're really throwing the nostalgia factor in here.
Yeah,
But proper.
I
Yes.
thought the fact that the main villain, or I guess you could say, ties directly in with the first one.
So
Yeah,
it did
Zool.
well. Did well. I
It
mean, and
didn't
I
create
guess the sequel has
anything
Zool too, right?
new.
Does the sequel have Zool? I don't remember the sequel.
No,
very
the
much.
sequel has.
The sequel is
I'm
kind
not
of
a huge
forgotten
fan
for
of
me,
the second
so.
one. It's like an older man guy, and he tries to steal a baby, and
I
Oh,
even
okay.
I
geeked
can't
out
remember-
a little bit when.
I don't remember
Two-
what his name,
two
Ivan
times.
or something.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Alex.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry for talking.
I'm
over.
sorry.
She was just.
I geeked out when she calls the number and Dan Aykroyd picks up, and then I geeked out big time when all 3 of them show up.
They
I didn't know all 3 of them.
They
I knew
showed
two
up
of
two of
either.
them.
proper too. They did a good job bringing back Egon properly. He did not look like that.
So I didn't know until I looked this up. At least, unless I forgot, I probably forgot that Harold Ramis died in 2014.
2014,
Yeah.
yes.
Mhm.
So
Yes, that's why
it
this
looked
was,
exactly like him for the most part. I did read in the credits on IMDb that Bob Gunton played him before he died. Who you would know who Bob Gunton is
Okay.
if you looked him up.
I'm gonna look
And
up.
then the guy, I think I knew the guy who played Ghost him. They just did him up to look like Harold Ramis.
Oh, is that what they did?
Really?
They used a real actor to
Oh.
play him before he died.
I didn't know that.
And then they used another actor who I think I know also to play Ghost.
Gunton.
Yeah, Bob Gunton. He was the
Oh
he
yeah.
was the warden in
Oh,
Shawshank.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So they used
Okay.
him.
Okay.
I
All
like
right,
that.
I see that.
That's
Yeah,
great. That's great because
Well, they credit him as the ghost farmer or the dirt farmer, I should say.
so he probably did the stuff that was like
The
the live action where it was
at the very beginning when he's
Yeah.
running with the trap and everything, that was
Yeah.
Bob Gunton.
Okay.
And then
I
a
hit the
different
button.
actor played him as a spirit when he comes back with the other three.
Yeah. I hate this.
And I love that Ernie Hudson was in it. And
Yeah.
he had his little. There's kind of two post-credit scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Him being in the post credit, right?
Yes. And Sigourney Weaver.
And Sigourney
Wait.
Weaver.
There's something after the credits.
Wasn't that the
We
one-
saw something during with Sigourney Weaver.
There was something at the very end. Yeah.
Oh well, stars clicked us over to something else. We turned it off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll have to see
dang.
what it is.
Yeah.
We didn't know there was another.
We
We
didn't
know
thought
there
that
was
Sigourney
another.
Weaver was the one.
The woman, the old woman that shows up and talks to Callie, that was the receptionist in the first one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
She has a scene with Ernie at the very
Okay,
end.
we'll have to go back
Oh,
and see.
yeah.
Or just look it up on YouTube or whatever. Alex, you said that you would have reacted like Phoebe would and her ghost. Like, oh, this is happening.
Oh, when they were playing chess?
Yeah.
This is-
Well,
okay,
just
this
I've
is
dealt with
happening.
so much like paranormal stuff that it doesn't exactly scare me anymore.
Yeah.
So like if we like that's just kind of like the mood you have to have around, or at least that I try to keep around paranormal stuff now. Because if
Acknowledge it, but properly.
I think of it as more like if it is a ghost or a spirit or something, they like tend to feed off of fear. So if you just
Ignore
lay
it.
back and say, all right, hey, this is here, you're here, whatever, and you're mutual, I feel like it kind of like that's just that over the years that's just kind of my attitude. But when the piece moves or whatever and she's like, oh, this is happening, I definitely wouldn't be like, oh my god, there's a chess piece. I'd probably look at it and go, all right, your move.
this took place in Oklahoma.
Is that where it is?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
the first Ghostbusters movie to not take place in New York.
I loved it when her and
Podcast?
no, not podcast, the main adult guy.
Oh, just say Paul
Gruber.
Rudd. Paul Rudd?
Gruberson.
Yeah, Gruber, Gary.
Oh yeah, Gary Gruber.
Gary Gruber.
I think Mr. Gruberson. I think Gruberson's trying to bone your mom.
She's like, I just express my feelings differently. Inside, I'm
I'm
vomiting. No, when she and him are on scene together for the first time, and she's like, "Oh, is this a map or is this a
This is a map.
seismograph or something?" And he's like, "Yeah," like in the way that he was like,
They-
"All right, this is the way a volcano works," and this, she's like, "Yeah, I'm not an idiot." He goes, "Okay," like I like that. That was
Well,
hilarious.
I did have a question. At summer school, why are they watching horror movies in junior high?
Why are they having so many people in summer school? What's
Because he
going on with
doesn't feel
that?
like
Well, he did say at the beginning that most of these kids were idiots or
Yeah.
stupid or something.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I was wondering why.
Why is she going to summer school though? She's really smart.
well, I think they just moved there,
Get
so I think
credits?
it's like,
credits for the next class.
yeah. I don't remember
Because,
hearing off to the side why she's in school or
Trevor
why she's
got a job.
Yeah, as a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
And you said he was 17.
going. Yeah.
So it's directed by Jason Reitman. I'm hoping I'm saying that Reitman, who was the son of Ivan Reitman, who directed 1 and 2.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So it's just more legacy.
Ivan-
You
Ivan-
can just
I
definitely
think
tell
Ivan
it was
a
very-
producer for this.
yes.
He
And
was.
speaking of old people, J.K. Simmons was on screen for 2 seconds.
What was that about?
That was so weird.
It's like, that's J.K. Simmons. Why is
and
he
he
in
gets
this?
split down in the middle. I'm like, oh, well, that was quick.
I didn't even think about that. He did. He's like, yeah, he was being the old man that woke up. I guess he was in it for a little bit longer than because he was probably being there in that
Sure,
casket
sure.
the whole time.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd announced his casting in front of the firehouse.
Oh, really?
The
Yeah.
firehouse that was never shown.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd turned down the reprisal of Tommy Doyle in Halloween Kills to be in this film.
Really?
So this film was pushed back by a full year because of COVID. So this was
Mm.
supposed to come out last year.
Hmm.
So when Halloween Kills came out, it would have been a little bit more like, okay, yeah, it makes sense that
Yeah.
he would have turned down that role for this. Instead, they cast the guy who was in it as
Yeah.
Tommy Doyle.
Well, I will say
go ahead.
that The music was spot on.
And
I
they
like
played it at the end
I like
too.
that they didn't like edit it. Like it was a little edited, but
Felt more bassy.
it was. You didn't need to like redo the music. Everything was very clean and kind of more upbeat and
Yes.
but not changed enough that it's gonna bother me.
There were some scary scenes that were scary. Like
so I
Ghostbusters scary.
really liked how this sequel or prequel or
It's
no,
a
I guess
sequel.
sequel
This is a sequel.
mirrored the first one. Like I know a lot of people probably don't
They
like
hate that, but
don't
this
like
did it,
that, but I'm
this
like
did it in a new way.
they did it in a new way, and I like how when Paul Rudd's character Gary is getting
Groceries?
stalked by the demon dog, and it mirrored how Rick Moranis's character was.
Oh yeah.
I like it when he's in Walmart.
Walmart was funny with the tiny little cute Stay Puft Marshmallow Men.
That was a great scene.
I love it. It
I love
was
when
so
he
cute.
jumped in his car through the windshield because his windshield's blown out.
And they're all mushy and like when they kill each other in the blender.
Oh
and
my god, it
Setting
was
them
the
on fire.
Roomba.
on
They
the
were. They
grill.
had one on like a shish kebab, and then we're like burning it over the
and,
flame.
and they're torching the chocolate over him like a
Yeah,
blanket.
the
I'm
grill.
like,
Oh
this
my
is
god,
so
they did.
weird.
I was like, they had fun making this part of the movie.
And then when Podcast stepped out, he's just covered in
Covered in the marshmallow
marshmallows.
goo.
so that's
Dan
a
Aykroyd
callback
walks
from the
up to him.
first movie as
Dan
well.
Aykroyd walks up and like, I know how you feel.
So yeah, there was plenty of callbacks. I liked that. I also really liked when all three of the originals showed up and they were talking to Zool. And I was like, please say the line, please say the line. And
Are
she
you a
does, are
god?
you a god? And they're like, Ray.
So,
It's like-
what does he say in the first one?
The
No.
first one, he goes, no, and she goes, then die. and then almost
They
shoots.
yell at him.
They almost shoot, they almost blow off the top of the building, and they pull him, and he's like, Bill Murray's
Murray.
character looks over and goes, Ray, would someone ask you if you are a god? You say yes. So they try it again.
That's
And that's why they did it right.
So I was like, please say it, please say it. And then she asked him, he's like, are you a god? He's like, they're like, Ray. I love it. It's like one of my favorite parts.
So this is officially the trilogy of Ghostbusters. That's what
Yeah.
they're saying that this is. This closes out the trilogy, and Sony brought out a box set. People got mad that Ghostbusters 2016 was not in it, so they did a digital copy. So you get
Whatever.
that digitally, but not physically.
I
In the box
do
set.
not ever see myself
I
putting
will
in the
never
2016.
watch 2016. I don't think so.
I
This is-
feel I am a
this
very
feels-
it didn't exist.
this feels like a good sequel just to one.
yes.
Yeah.
Like
I
just
agree.
good enough for me. Like
Yes.
good enough to one. Like two, I know a lot of people are gonna say two is like so good for this reason, but
Oh, and
I
at
didn't like
the end
to.
with Sigourney Weaver, with
Yeah.
him doing the what's
trick.
at the very beginning of Ghostbusters, like
Where she
the
zaps-
original
where
one.
he zaps the guy.
Yes, she's like, oh, he's like, to be fair, I only zapped the guy.
so
But I hope you know that those two cards were the cards that they
Mhm.
used in the original, the squiggly line and the star.
Star.
the same Saint Bernard that played Cujo was the same Saint Bernard in Beethoven.
Really?
Ironically enough.
It was.
Mhm.
I forget his
awesome.
his real name, because he was in an episode of Step by Step as well. I believe.
Oh, the dog?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Oh.
I'm sure there's a lot more facts that we can talk about this movie. But
It
to
was.
just-
If you're a fan of the original Ghostbusters, I feel like it would be very difficult for you to not like
Right.
this
you
movie.
think that it's going to be stupid because it's legacy
Well,
passed
just because
down,
there's,
just like
we're in the
everybody's doing it.
generation now where everything is getting a remake.
and a
from-
legacy handout.
Yeah, and there's so many that have been messed up and not done properly, and this one has.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I really enjoyed this movie. I give it an 8.
I'm giving
Maybe
this
an
one
8.5.
I'm giving this a 9.
9.5.
Yeah. It's hilarious. It's a great movie. I'll probably watch
I
this
like
again
it.
and
It's
if,
definitely one that I would put back in.
if I feel like it and it's discounted enough, I'll get the box set. Just
Yeah.
because I feel like I like one in this one enough, so why not? You know.
The dog in Beethoven's name was Chris.
Chris.
Didn't know that.
Chris.
Did you know that the veterinarian in Beethoven was a real veterinarian?
Yes.
Oh, I did
Mhm.
not know that.
They used his office as the veterinarian's office, and he got lost a lot of
Flack,
clientele because of how
Because his character,
Because
what
his-
he did to
his
dogs.
character tried to kill dogs. So, and he was portrayed as like this really mean, nasty guy, and he lost a lot of business. And apparently, he was like a really nice like veterinarian.
Are we
Kinda
doing Halloween
backfired.
Ends, Brett?
Yeah,
Because I've been hearing it.
yeah, I've
so
heard some bad things. Do we want to not do it?
We
That-
have
it
to
is-
watch it.
So no matter what, we're gonna watch it. It's your choice. But
I
what
found
You can
the-
come over and watch it with us. We
Yeah.
have it on. We have Peacock.
Okay, I found
Oh,
something
were we not
different.
watching it tonight?
Do we want to watch it tonight?
I thought that was the plan. Was
I don't want to watch it tonight. I mean,
Oh.
I'm not going to watch it
Okay,
tonight.
well, if we do, are we watching?
I
it
did
tonight?
find a movie on
thought we were.
Hulu
I don't know.
that I thought if I don't do Halloween Ends, this might be interesting. All I know about it is what is the description before they cut it off.
Okay.
But it's called Dash Cam. It's on
You know
Hulu.
what? It is so funny you mentioned this
Why?
movie
Why?
because
Is it on TikTok?
no.
Okay.
1 month ago, I said to Brian, "You know what would be a great movie? Just a dash cam movie, just a horror movie, just on a dash cam." He said they made one. It's called Dash Cam.
Mhm.
Are you serious?
I'm like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" And I looked it up on IMDb and he said, "Yeah, oh, it's really there." If you want to do that, that's fine. And we're gonna watch Halloween Ends either way.
Sure.
Yeah, it doesn't
So-
matter. You
I-
mean not?
Halloween Ends doesn't seem to be appointment viewing now. Like it's not one you can need to rush to see.
Yeah. I without looking at spoilers, one of our local radio stations put out like a poll that said, "Hey, just got done watching, Halloween Ends.
Oh,
On a
I
scale
didn't-
1 to 5, what's everybody giving it without any spoilers?" And I just scrolled through the comments real quickly, and it was a bunch of 1s and 2s.
By the way,
so-
Rotten Tomatoes for Ghostbusters Afterlife. Critics 63%, fans 94.
okay.
Now, Brett, I'm gonna give you the Rotten Tomatoes of Dash Cam, and you can
Okay.
tell me what you want to do.
Okay.
Oh no, is it like a 5%?
Is it all really bad?
It's really bad.
Well, there was one other thing I thought of.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I
and
still want to know, what is it?
48-37.
Okay.
That's
We
very
could
poor.
watch the Jeepers Creepers movie.
Is that out?
I think so.
The new one?
Yeah.
Like the
The Reborn or
because we
whatever it
used
is?
we did that last year. We watched the
The third one. It was the
third
worst
one
movie
was
you ever
part
saw.
of it. Is it out? Oh God, what is it? Oh no, what is it?
Is it really bad too?
Jeepers Creepers Reborn, 0 and
Jeez.
9.
I think we need to watch
Oh.
it. I think that means we need to. I think
Okay.
that means we need to watch it. I mean, I'm not expecting it to be an amazing movie.
You see
There
how
was
bad it
one
is?
scene. Wait, we tore that movie apart last year because remember, the guy was like this.
Yep.
He just had two or three faces the whole
I
movie.
don't know if it's streaming. Let's see.
We need to
It's
find it.
in theaters.
It got a
so-
0.
You can probably rent it.
Yeah.
Right?
Let me see.
Thought it
We're
was
gonna be the
straight
only
to-
people that pay money to watch it.
Oh my god.
Probably.
Yeah, it's $7 to rent this film.
Maybe we wait on that.
It's not worth $7.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's more like a $3 rental.
This is such a freaking
Is it
lost
on
cause.
Redbox? Can we go to
No,
Redbox and get it?
no,
let
no.
me look a minute before
It's
the
all
movie
right.
here.
Oh my god.
It seriously got that? 0%?
Yeah. 9 for audience.
Oh man. That makes me want to watch it
I
now.
have never heard of such a. Even the Toxic Avenger.
What
is
did the
higher than that.
Toxic Avenger
You
get?
want me to tell
Yes,
you? Okay.
I like just because you and that is the only movie so far we have ever had to shut off. And we didn't even make it 20 minutes in. Oh god. What is it?
70 and 63.
That's bullshit. Quentin, screw you. That movie sucks.
And the 63% is off of 10,000 plus ratings.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
those are weird people.
The critics I don't take too much because that's only 20 reviews.
All right, so
not
what's
too many
so what's
critics.
the 0% off of? The 0 and the 9%.
Oh, you're talking about for
Yeah,
Jeepers
so how many
Creepers?
votes is that off? How many people actually watched this movie compared to the other one?
This is a great topic right here.
I cannot believe it got a 0.
Uh,
They were like,
Hold on.
nah, why do we even how is it even released if it got a 0?
they're not okay. There's Jeepers. Okay, I couldn't find it because it was so deep on Google.
I know, right?
500 plus ratings for audience and 11 for critics.
The critics
Nobody
are like,
watched this.
nobody
movie.
was like, I don't even want to watch it. What's
No-
the budget? What's
the budget.
I
well,
need to know.
first off, the box office gave it $2 million. That's awful. That's like a city.
I know, but
seeing
did it-
maybe?
Did it did it even cost $2 million to make though? That's the question. Did
There's
they make
nobody
a profit?
in this film that is like creditable either.
Did they make a profit? $2 million, really?
I'm not kidding. Jeepers Creepers Reborn. Let's see the budget. $2 million. So it made its budget.
It made it. They did okay.
They did all right for themselves.
Have you guys ever seen As Above, So Below?
No,
No.
but I've been wanting to.
My boss told me that this movie was pretty good, so let's go with that one.
Okay.
As Above, So Below. This movie came out in 2014, and archaeologist Scarlett Marlowe has devoted her whole life to finding one of history's greatest treasures, Flamel's Philosopher's Stone. According to legend, the artifact can grant eternal life and turn any metal into gold. When she learns that the stone is hidden underground in the catacombs of Paris, she assembles a crew to guide and document her historic mission. So this is another found footage one.
Yeah.
As
So
they
this is
begin
this is reminding me of like the one,
the descent.
The Descent. Yeah.
As they begin their descent,
Are you serious?
I was just about to read this. The team members have no way of knowing that they are entering their own personal hell. So there's not really anyone really starring in this, but it made pretty good budget. And on Rotten Tomatoes, it's 27% and 40%. So I mean,
Okay.
it's
Well,
all
I
right.
mean, we are rating horror movies,
Yeah.
and those are
This
always
is the
rated.
best rated one that Brett has suggested, and that's not on you, Brett. It's just the fact that most horror movies that are left over that we haven't watched yet are garbage.
I feel
Yeah.
like horror movies are very difficult.
We have a few left that we could probably get to, but I'm thinking next year we're gonna have to start thinking of just like something off the bat. You know, I'm sure there's a lot more we're not even digging into.
Oh yeah.
Real quick, the next big Disney movie is Disenchanted.
Oh,
Oh.
I've never
Which
seen.
I didn't even know
Enchanted.
what that was, but it's apparently the sequel of Enchanted. She thinks it's going to Disney Plus, but there's a lot of buzz around it.
Okay.
That one might go to theaters then, huh? Because it's a little bigger.
Good.
Yeah.
Not very many movies are going to.
Well, Enchanted was a theatrical release and it did
was.
well.
Yeah.
So, and I would actually like to see Enchanted sometime.
I've
That
seen
might have to
parts
be-
of it.
Do we not have a fan question?
No,
No,
but we have plenty of other stuff to talk
No, that's
about.
fine.
Because I figured we had we're an hour in, and I was like, at this point, we got a few.
I
news
saw
topics.
today that first one you have in Nerd News.
G4 is
Yeah.
no more.
Yeah, we were so excited about that. Josh and I, we saw like a couple.
I watched some of Attack of the
Yeah.
Show.
It's just not what it used to be.
That's
It became a just laugh and have a conversation
Yeah.
kind of show.
I
There was
didn't
no
even
structure.
know where to find it. I guess it was only on YouTube and
Yeah,
Twitch.
It was on YouTube.
Um,
And Twitch.
So-
yeah. They took breaks every now and then, and they only streamed for like 8 hours in the day and did shows back to back.
Mhm.
You didn't know what shows were on. You didn't know who was hosting. You didn't know when they were on unless you actually followed it. It didn't get anything. I didn't know.
I guess it was something that should have stayed in the past, kind of thing.
Or it was going to go to TV, but COVID happened. So they
Oh.
canceled the entire thing. It was coming back. It was going to be huge. And this was only going to be an internet project, I don't know. But I'm really, it's not like it's going to make me upset. It was only around for a year.
yeah.
So, I mean, how do you feel about it, Brad? I mean, it's not like you tuned in.
Well, no, I totally forgot about it, and like I said, didn't even know where to find it. There's so much of this kind of content on YouTube. It's just you don't need it, you know.
Well,
I
and
do
that's
miss-
what
I do
made
miss the
G4
structure that they had,
G4
yeah.
like back in the day on.
Yeah,
was
6
it-
o'clock, I'm tuning into Attack of the Show, man.
Yeah.
That's when you tune in and you have like a whole hour. You know what you're getting. You're getting news segments. You're getting the feed. You're getting ratings. You're getting talked about what's next in the gaming world. It was
It was
great.
a very good show.
structure.
Yeah.
Good writing, and everything was done well. And then they
But like Brett just said, now we can just type two things in
that's
at
what's
YouTube.
sad. I
and-
want my content like that though. I like how they did it when they had it
Yeah,
syndicated.
but they're
or not syndicated, like
we're another generation.
we are. We want
So-
our segments differently.
Yes, everybody else wants it like shelled out in 10 seconds or less.
Yeah, speaking of everyone wanting it shelled out, Blade reboot director left the
Yeah,
project.
they did.
Everything gets delayed
Mhm.
because Blade apparently has a lot of attachment to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 projects. Because one movie called Chevalier got pushed back, A Haunting in Venice got pushed back, Blade got pushed back, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes got pushed back. Untitled Deadpool movie got pushed back. Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I
and
saw
a
that
few
there
other
was a
untitled
lot of
projects.
what, like there was like a
And
week.
Avengers got pushed back.
Yeah, a lot of them got pushed
So-
back.
Yeah.
On that topic, do you need, and I ask, do you guys need like a license to tie everything together?
I'm sorry. What do you mean by that?
So Marvel, who's does it more than anybody, has to tie every single entity to the next.
That's the problem with us. We're not tuning into a lot of it. We passed on She-Hulk. We passed on the Winter
That's what I'm
Soldier.
asking though. Like, let's just say, I mean, does that work for you? Like, are you okay with just a standalone movie standing completely on its own and being
I want
good?
it to at this point.
Yeah.
I'm ready for
Because
it.
there was
We've had this fatigue 6 years ago.
Yeah.
but I mean, this is why you have the problem. You now have 8 delayed projects because they feel the need to tie every single movie to the next.
I agree, and it's getting.
I mean, I feel for him
it's
for
tiresome.
leaving because that's
At first, it was
to bring
teased.
out a great movie, but all of a sudden you have to take it and go pick it apart and go, but hey, that doesn't work because that won't be able to tie here. It won't be able to tie to this movie, and then you pick it apart and then it ends up just sucking.
The thing about the tie-ins that they used to be, they were just post-credit scenes that you could
Yes,
see later.
that's
That
it.
didn't
That's-
matter.
It didn't matter.
Now they're connected in the story. It's like
this side person that you see now needs to be able to tie into here, and then we need to put this person in to tie this person to this movie in this universe.
less
and
of
I'm
a
like,
cameo became more of a freaking side character or main even.
Yeah.
Or main side character. There's different positions that they have now, and it
they
is
definitely
annoying.
they're really losing an audience. That's for sure.
Alex and I saw Doctor Strange, and I
was like,
I didn't hate it.
I was stoked about the movie.
I was so stoked. I still like it.
It was fine, but it was
Right.
not what they advertised. How about that?
You know, Wanda's probably not dead. You know, spoiler alert. I mean, it's not like it's comic book movies; they come back. You know,
Yeah.
But you do see some. You see some cool stuff, and
Yeah.
it was some scary stuff too.
Oh yeah, Pixel.
He tore into that yellow toy and he might have swallowed some.
Yeah, he's sniffing. Some
There's a big
hair
hole
over
in
here.
it.
There's some cat hair back here. We have to sweep up.
Josh, he opened it.
What?
The yellow toy, he ripped a hole into it.
Are you serious?
I saw him doing it the whole time.
Well, we have to go take him toy shopping next week.
Pixel.
He goes through.
This is supposed to be indestructible, you little ding dong.
That's from Playology. Those toys are not cheap. Maybe we should.
No.
Maybe we should write them. Maybe we get some money back.
No, give us free toys, probably.
Alex, we need to talk about Amaranth.
Yeah.
This is something that was along the like you saw it, but you didn't see it. You know, you saw her the way she was. Now, Brett, this is gonna be way out for you, like, because this we just found out about yesterday. So do you know who Amaranth is? Twitch streamer.
No, are we talking about how she broke herself?
Broker? No, that's a different streamer. She went to
okay.
TwitchCon and broke
Yeah.
herself on a foot.
Oh, yeah.
She did a
She broke her tailbone.
She did a what do you call those She basically just did like land on her ass inside of a foam pit.
Yeah, it was
and
like a
broke
foam
her
pit.
tailbone because
Yeah.
the foam pit was only a foot deep.
Yeah.
That's like head diving into a
that's
shallow end of a pool.
Not enough.
Stupid. I actually jumped into a shallow end of a pool, not thinking it was a shallow end, and it hurt.
Oh yeah. It
I'm
hurts.
sure that did some damage later. But Amaranth, she is really well known for her hot tub streams and Mario Kart streams and a lot of controversy.
You don't
Yeah.
like her then, do you?
being very
Alex.
sexual. Now she feels for her.
I feel for it a little bit of what's
What's been going
happening.
on.
I do not support what she does.
Well, at this point, it wasn't her fault, and you're seeing it. Maybe, I don't know. He said, she said it, but
Yeah,
you
it's-
heard it.
If it ends up being, if it's truthful for everything that she says and what she's doing, then yeah, I feel for her. I get it.
So her real name is Caitlin. Caitlin Sifagusa, and it turns out she's actually married and a
And nobody
subject
knew.
of spousal abuse.
Yep. So
Clips,
it sounds like she's been basically made to do these hot tub streams because she's a millionaire doing it.
she found the meta and it worked. And it worked because her husband was pushing it also, because it was like her husband saw the revenue in it. and she never told anybody that she was with anybody for so long.
Because
Until
it would
now,
hurt. It would
it would
hurt her
hurt her
image.
brand.
Yeah, her brand.
Yep. And let me get him. He's being bad.
Yeah. So he was told, or he told her, and it's in text messages and stuff, that she was not allowed to ever tell anybody that she was married because she's basically a sex figure.
Sure.
And if people knew that she was married, then that would take away money. And he was very, very much into, I guess he owns all of the bank accounts and knows all the passwords, and it's all him. So he's threatened her multiple times with, "Oh, I'm just going to donate a whole bunch of this money that you just made to do this."
He's being bad now.
Or I'm gonna throw this money away if you don't stream, or if you don't do this, and and she streams like all the time and just sits in a hot tub and talks to people and makes tons of money, which is what I was fully against. But she's also apparently made to do this against her will.
Yeah.
So there were clips of her being released lately. Sorry, I'm losing my voice now. Been talking for over an hour. I lost my voice over the weekend. There were clips of her being released, of her on the phone with her husband, verbally abusive and verbally threatening, their dogs. And
he was starting to kill her dogs.
Yes, on the phone while she's live. I'm like, what?
Like, she put him on speakerphone, and you could see how much he was really abusive to her.
She was really upset, and you could see it. So, yeah.
So she broke. She broke finally and was like, "Nope, that's it," and then just put it all out there. Hey, I'm being abused and I need help.
Yeah.
Well, what is she expecting?
I don't know.
Some
kind of support.
Someone to jump in and help her.
People are supporting her.
Well, I mean, how do they help her?
Get her out of there. Get her out of the house. Have her somewhere else to stay. Until she.
What she's worried about right now is she's got nothing to her name because it's all under him. And
it's gonna be a lot of lawsuits.
Yeah, I think she's trying to look for someone to represent her.
Well,
probably
she's earning the money. I would think that if it's not a joint account that the money is going into, then she would have a case, because she's earning the money on her name or IP, if that's not a real name, which obviously it's not. It's whatever.
Yeah, it's
her real name. Yeah, so she's earning that money under that entity or IP, whatever you want to call it. It's going into his accounts, so she could probably sue him for the money and just try to get out of there. So he may be in control of it now, but she's going to need something to get back in control.
Yeah, lawyer up.
I know. I guess
now, unless he if they copyrighted that name and he owns that could be a problem.
That could be.
Yeah. So I don't know any other big details, but watching her stream and seeing the clips of him going off on her and her showing you the text messages and everything, that she's like, nope, it's all here. I'm just going to let it all out right now. I'm tired of being treated like this. And I mean, good for her, but she also did say the same thing everybody else does with being verbally abused and just emotionally abused by a significant other, I
have like a paragraph right here. She says that her husband has been forcing her to stream at times against her wishes, and later shows a series of text messages where she is called on like bad names, among other abusive threats like dumping her luggage off a hotel balcony and deleting her social media presence. The messages also show threats to blow $500K of her money by donating it to a bird sanctuary. Her husband is also accused of coercing her into broadcast content, like telling her to commit to the grind because it was a good financial opportunity, and continue posting a high number of hot tub videos even when she didn't want to, or driving her to engage in events like lengthy streams because he had made threats against her.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's kind of crazy that, you just worry about a business model. Nowadays, Alex and I were like, yeah, let's go take Fridays off. Lately, we've been going over to we did a party. What we did the Friday before? We did something 2 weeks ago. We went out. Went to the bar.
That's right. We went to the bar.
Yeah,
You
got
know,
sick.
We had a date. Yeah, we had a date night and got sick.
Yeah, good night.
That's what we get.
Good time. So, anyways, it's really sad.
Well, it
news.
also makes you wonder about other female streamers
Yeah.
that are doing these hot tub or
Meta.
yeah.
We joke about it. We always have like, oh, you.
Oh yeah, we
gotta
need to start
get
a
in the
hot
hot tub
tub. And shit.
stream.
Yeah, it's all just
It's a joke. Well, Alex is like, guess I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, right.
To get the viewership at this day is like it's kind of sad, you
Yeah.
know. But
That's just I don't feel like that's what Twitch is for. That's what like OnlyFans is for.
OnlyFans. What's the other one?
Fansly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's what those kind of streams are
Patreon
for.
is a big one still. People.
Yeah,
are doing
there's
things on there,
Patreon.
too.
Like you don't need to be on Twitch and having little children getting on and clicking on your stream.
Need is irrelevant. If it's allowed and it makes money, people are going to do
Revenue.
it.
Yeah.
Sex.
Well,
sells.
she was the one that pretty much started and pushed the limits and the buttons of Twitch. That's how she's so popular.
Yeah.
She's the
She
one that
is-
started the whole hot
she
tub
is mentally
thing.
just drained.
Yeah.
Hopefully, physically, like she's okay.
Well, if she
Mentally,
didn't do
she'll
it,
be
somebody
better.
was going to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really sad to say that. It's really hard to move on.
Well, yeah, I
from
mean, I
there.
hope she gets out of that situation because
Mhm. Well, she definitely, like I was saying earlier, you could tell like what she said on her stream where she was getting yelled at and stuff after she got off the phone with him. She was saying, the reason why I keep going back to this and why I haven't gotten out of it. She was crying and said, he'll just say all this stuff, but then everything will be better the next day, and then he'll be nice, and then like yeah, but that's what an abusive relationship is.
the victim in an abusive relationship will never leave until they've decided they've had enough.
Yeah, well, it seems like now she's decided she's had enough.
It feels like it should be anyway. The way she was like the way it was being presented.
Yeah.
But we
have a voicemail.
We do. We have a quick voicemail here from Patrick. And by the way, if you guys want to do want to leave a voicemail, it is 224-225-5780. That is our call PT0. That's our voicemail. So here it is.
Halloween in sucks. The end.
Wow. Okay.
What do you think he said?
He said Halloween sucks.
Halloween ends sucks.
Oh.
The end.
Yeah.
I actually had to text him and be like, "What did you say?" Because I wasn't certain. Because
Well,
Patrick,
look what
Patrick, just to
my
let you
boom has
know.
been doing to my headset.
pinching
Oh.
it. Weird.
Yeah.
Patrick,
Okay,
just so you
don't do
know,
that.
our voice thing goes like voice to text, and it's telling me that your voicemail says "holding in socks." Then
Maybe you should enunciate.
He
Should
asked if he
enunciate,
should
Patrick.
he asked if he should redo it because I asked him about it and he's like, "Should I redo it?" I was like, "No, don't worry about it. It's fine."
I mean, I understood what he said.
I couldn't for the first. I just had it over the speaker. So, do we have anything else we want to talk about before we get out of here?
No, I think
No.
we're okay.
Yeah, we got next week and then we got Halloween's right after.
Sha.
Alex, you want to plug your Twitch?
Yeah, if you'd like to watch me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. I stream on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings. Right now we're doing Among Us, which we did on Saturday
So
night,
fun.
and that was a lot of fun. We had the bigger the group, the better. You really learn who can lie really well, and
Oh my, okay, so when we all dressed alike
I like when we were doing that.
and Joey was coming in killing people, I was like, I saw somebody. I don't know who it was, but I saw somebody.
That was
I don't know who.
hilarious.
I saw somebody get killed, but I couldn't recognize them because they were
We
probably
were all wearing the
somebody
same
else.
thing to
Oh, it was
confuse each
just-
other, and it worked. The bigger the party, the better. It's just hilarious trying to. I want to say the best argumentative person would be Quentin and Brian.
They're really good.
Like they're very good at being believable either way, truthful or
Hey.
lying.
Pixel is just being a bad coach.
I know.
He's
So, but yeah, so we're doing that. We're playing Dead by Daylight. There's I kind of want to try Overwatch 2 just at least once. Just to see what it's like, because it's an FPS, so I just kind of want to give it a try.
we got Modern Warfare 2 next week.
Yep. So yeah, that's it. Oh, and I've got a new YouTube video out, youtube.com/cutekitty.
You'll have videos every week.
Apparently, I'm going to be having videos every week.
Yeah. As far as my stream goes, it is twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MISTERL. You can find me streaming on Wednesday and Thursday evening and Saturday morning. Lately, I've been doing Fall Guys and Dead by Daylight. Those are the main two so far. I'll be doing Modern Warfare 2 probably and Warzone 2 when that comes out in a month. So looking forward to that. I don't know what other games there are really coming out that are huge. Like nothing really has been.
Nothing that I'm super stoked about right now.
Yep. But as far as our podcast goes, I'd like it if you guys hit that like button on our YouTube channel and make sure you are subscribed. And if you are not, make sure you're hitting that button and that bell to be notified for when we're live, which is every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And our social media is Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Follow us on there, PTOUnlimited, PTOUnlimited_podcast on Instagram. And then also make sure you're following our Discord and check out our merch. We got some shirts and mugs and stuff.
We got some stuff.
PTO. We got some stuff. I think we have a PTO Unlimited beer mug, too. You have to get that.
Yep.
If you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @_Mr. L.
Brett_Wings.
Cute_Kitty.
Final note, I think I'm going to go see Black Adam.
I kind of want to. Now that I heard Henry Cavill's in it.
Thank you, Alex, for spoiling that.
Oh.
I didn't know.
I didn't know either.
It's been all over the place.
Well, maybe I was avoiding it.
I didn't know. So
What
just
the
spoiled it.
hell,
How do I
Alex?
know this and you don't?
Maybe
Alex
you just don't
spoiled it.
say anything that might be a spoiler.
Why'd you bring it up?
Because it's all over the
I
place.
haven't seen shit.
It was
You
on
saw a
the
trailer.
radio the other day. It's been all over Facebook. Like, it was a huge announcement.
I knew there were possibly characters, and I thought that's probably what it is because Black Adam is Superman, except he kills people, but I wanted to see it on the screen.
You still see it.
Literally,
I wanted to be
it's everywhere.
surprised.
Did you see Man of Steel yet?
Yeah, I saw Man of Steel when it came out in theaters on opening weekend because Walmart did a promotion thing, and they
Okay.
gave us tickets.
You didn't see
Well,
Batman
I'm sorry
vs.
if I
Superman.
spoiled something.
I did see
for
Batman vs. Superman.
You see Justice League.
I saw everything.
Okay. I remember seeing Justice League with you.
He's seen everything.
No, well, I saw the.
We saw the
Snyder-
black and
I
white
saw
one.
the Snyder
That
cut,
was good. Yeah. 4 hours long.
Yeah.
Good.
That's worth
which
it.
I did not see with you.
No, but we HBO Max. So,
Anyway,
I didn't know about that either. But Alex is like now in trouble.
yeah,
Apparently I'm
she
in
is.
trouble. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You're like your brother. He was just about to spoil Final Destination 5 for us, and we're like, we don't want it spoiled yet. We want to see the movie.
I'm really good about not
He
finding
was about to
spoilers,
say something. I was like, shh.
but I'm not joking. This was like literally, even on the radio, the bear said it.
I haven't read anything about any spoilers. And
I could easily click on Facebook or Twitter right now and see it.
I keep on hearing
There's a
that
huge poster.
I haven't
The
seen
Rock
it.
is like, I want to do a Superman versus Black Adam movie. I don't want that.
I did read that he
I don't
kind
want
of spoiled stuff himself, like at the premiere or before the premiere. He's been doing
When's the premiere?
He's been doing his. It was last Friday.
It's out.
Well, the premiere. It's not out in theaters until this Friday.
Oh.
But he's been doing his press tour like all last week. He was on the Tonight Show.
Well, then maybe
on
that's why
Friday.
it was like leaked and like, well, now that it's out and they started posting it everywhere.
Because he was doing Facebook Lives and Instagram Lives and whatnot from Times Square, and it was packed.
Are you planning on seeing it this weekend?
No, I'll probably go on a Tuesday.
A Tuesday?
So next week.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. All right. I think that's it. We're going to get out of here and we're going to yell at Alex off stream.
Oh my God. Excuse me, man.
You guys have a good rest of your week. Bye, guys.